BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So welcome to this 50 minutes of experience. Today I'm with Felipe Pacheco from Colombia, and welcome, Felipe.
Hi, how are you?
Good, really good. And I hope you are good too. So today we talk about some experience in photography, about you as a person, about the shoot you did or the shoot you will do it in your life or not. Let's see. So before to start to talk properly about you, will be nice if you can introduce a bit about who you are, where you come from, how old are you, blah, blah, something about you.
Okay, so I'm from Bogota, Colombia. I'm 22 years old, and I do a lot of photography since I'm like 13 years old. My grandparent just gave me his camera, and he teach me everything that he knows. And all these years I've been practicing a lot and doing a lot of film photography. I think that film photography is the most that I do, and that's it.
So short, but to the point. And the camera that your grandfather gave to you was this Canon at QL25, right?
No, my
No?
grandfather gave me the Minolta 7S, the
Oh,
Hymatic one. It's a rangefinder one.
okay. Now I understand. So because I was watching the picture of lomography, and then I was curious to know that. And just to go a bit more in the flow together and try to warm up a bit this situation, tell me how. So you started because your grandfather gave to you the camera, but what ride you to continue to shoot picture? What you like to shooting picture? So how photography? What make you feeling that you want to continue to doing that, you are continuing to doing that?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, most of it is most of the photography that I do is street photography. So I like the thing. I think that the thing that made me continue with photography is first of all looking for that exact moment in the real life, like not to use like a studio or something to create with lights. I just go out and look in the real world what I can find and where I can freeze in a moment. Like the search for that exact moment is that the thing that made me continue with photography. And I think that other thing that made me continue is the laboratory. So I do the development for the roles and everything by myself. So I find right there a thing that I like, and I think that I can do with the photography something more specific.
I see. And during you was explaining that, I was continuing to watch your picture to try to find some subject or some feeling writing me to the next question. And I would love to know more about what kind of feeling you feel during shooting photography usually. So if photography in a way touch you deeply, or in a way you can you are still discovering that. So when you shoot picture, probably it's more, I think, something impulsive than structured. But then when you
Mm-hmm.
watch back to this picture, so after you develop that picture, after you printed them, what remind you? Not all, I think, yeah, for sure, the moment you shoot the picture, but also happened something else.
Yeah, I think that most of it, most of the pictures that I do is just portraits of strangers, portraits of my girlfriend, and like street photography. So in those three things, I find something that I want to read, that I want to show to the world. But other thing that I like to film about film photography is that you just have 36 shoots and that's it. Before every shoot, you have to wait, and you have to, like, yeah, wait for the exact moment, because you only have 36 and that's it. That's most of the special thing about this type of photography.
So what I see in your picture more and I like a lot, I think is your dog, no?
Right.
Yeah, it's so nice, and I love the way you portray him, and yeah, I think it's in a way show a lot of your private life, your intimacy, and
Mhm.
did you ever think to continue to collect picture in based or doing a project or going more in a line to create a story about yourself or your girlfriend or your dogs or your life in general or someone else?
Okay, see, yeah, I think that creating a story is very, very important for me. Like, just going to, I don't know, when I will be like 30 or 40 years old and find out those pictures that I took when I was 20, when, like now in my 20s, on, or the pictures that I have when I was 15. Like, right now I have prints of those pictures, and I think, like, yeah, that's a pretty good reminder that my time in life in that exact moment, and I can, like, for that reason that I told you, like, you only have 36 shots. I remember every single shot that I took when I see the print. I remember that I used, like, an aperture on a diaphragm. I don't know the exact word.
Yeah,
My first
diaphragm.
language is not the English, but yeah, I remember that, like, the settings on the camera that I used, and I that's very helpful for me to just being prepared for the future, in order just to show the world, like, the things that I do. And yeah, it's a very personal way to do it, with my dog, for example, or with my girlfriend, like with those portraits.
Yeah, I see. I see. It's totally clear in your picture. I'm curious to know: are you just on only on lomography, or are you also
Yeah,
using
I
other platform?
I also use Instagram, but most of all, right now I'm using Instagram because I'm finishing my studies in design. So right now I have a workshop with my girlfriend, and we are using Instagram for that. But in my personal account, I will be, like, uploading a lot of photography too. So yeah, right now I use most of all for photography. I use lomography, but I will be using Instagram.
And do you think there are? Did you connect with some people using these two different platform, and what kind of connection did you get?
Yeah, in lomography, I've done, like, a lot of connection with a lot of people that I met, and that I'm in contact with, about settings of the camera, about roles. I've sent roles to people in the United States, like, to do. I shoot a role, and then they shoot the role and develop it and see what's happening, like, to do double exposures. And on Instagram is most like personal people, like people from my college, people from my school, and family. Like, on lomography is more like being what I can find and discover in the world, because it's like I think in lomography people loves more your work, in order just to, they wait and they appreciate your work, because they know it's film photography and you took a lot of time to to do every single picture.
Yeah, I totally get the point. So you usually doing also some swapping with the people of film. You took a kind
Yeah,
of a film, they took another film, then you swap the film, and then you do it a double exposition of.
correct.
Yeah, and what is the result of some of them? Did you like it? Did you
Yeah,
respect
I
some?
pretty like it. Let me. I don't know if I have upload some of those photos, but I will look at draw here in the lab and see if I can upload some of those photos. Like you can find something like very interesting because right here in Colombia, I don't know, there's a lot of people um, in the streets. Like all of the time, there's a lot of people on the streets, and I sent it to Amanda lives in New Haven, Connecticut, and right here, right there, the only way that you have to see people and see good amounts of people is on the malls. So you have power image because right here I have a lot of people and I photograph places with a lot of people and he like photographed like the downtown of his town like really empty, and that's pretty much beautiful.
It's a kind of opposite, to what you see
Yeah,
every day.
correct.
So this is also a kind of discovering some other place. We can say in a way it's kind also of make a travel, no?
Right, that's correct.
Yeah, that's what I like too when I discover people on internet. I really love that part that I can not only discovering a new person, but also new
Mhm.
places, a new point of view, new way to live the life. This is so, I think, so interesting. And in a way or another, it's also ride your dream to be in that place with probably that person doing that stuff this person doing.
Yeah, correct.
So it was nice and short our conversation because of our 50 minutes of limit. But I want to ask you probably a last question, and then we can go on. And I'm curious to know if there are some experience you would like to do it in your life in the future, or if you are working on something
Mhm.
you are doing right now. So tell me about that.
I think that if I can choose something, like I want to be a really good designer, a really good product and graphic designer, first of all, and a really good photographer also. But I think that the thing that comes to my mind about all the world of photography is like going to travel the world and try films, like try the films that use in India, try the films that they use in Russia, and yeah, try all those roles and see what's happening with them. Like I think that every single role have something to something special to tell you. And I think that right here in my country is very expensive the film, but I do like I buy them because I think that is very special for the people that do this. So I would like to go travel and buy those films and photograph those countries with those films. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm asking almost everyone the cost. Everyone tell me it's quite expensive everywhere, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's really difficult to find actually film are not really expensive. And I think it's also because of the market of the digital. But in these last
Yeah.
10 years, you can say people started again to use film
Mhm.
photography, especially in these last 2 years. So I hope that soon or more, yeah, we will have a less cost. I mean, something is more cheaper, and in same
Mhm.
way maintain the quality of a film.
Right.
I mean, because yeah, well, I would like also. I remember in the past I was buying, for example, the Kodak Color
Hmm.
200 for probably €1.80, so was kind of $2 one film, and was really cheaper and was really accessible. But after the COVID, I didn't find any more any film was cost
Yeah,
less than
that's
€5.
correct. Like what I do is like buying a really big roll, like
Yeah,
a
Bobby.
100 feet of roll, and bulking it.
So
Like,
a Bobina right now.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that I was thinking to doing the same because it's really expensive.
yeah, correct.
So thank you a lot, Felipe, for your short talk. It was nice to meet you, and I think we get in touch. And for everyone who want to see your picture, there is a link in description. And yeah, I hope to see soon other picture from yours. Also, this double expression you did with swapping will be really
Okay.
nice. And probably, yeah, we can swap a film. We check. So
No, okay.
let's get
Thank
in
you for the
touch.
opportunity.
Yeah, it's you're welcome. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer project.